In accordance with the Children's Online Privacy Protection Act, this channel is not to be viewed by children under the age of 13. Viewer discretion is advised. Hey everybody, Dragon King Mark here, and welcome to Let's Play Shadowrun Returns, Part 1. If you have never played Shadowrun before, well, this is going to be basically a good game. It's basically a top-down sort of isometric game based in the Shadowrun universe. And yeah, this is the very first game that was actually introduced in the trilogy. I got the trilogy on console, and I actually got it on Steam a while back when it was first out. Played it, beat it, loved it. When it came out on console, immediately got it. So, here's the thing. In PC version, you can actually be able to choose your own campaign. You can either choose the main campaign or make your own, or choose like from ones you can download. But since we're on console and that doesn't have that, we gotta do it with the main campaigns. Still good though. The Dead Man's Switch. In the urban sprawl of the Seattle Metroplex, the search for a mysterious killer sets you on a trail that leads you from the darkest slums to the city's most powerful megacorps. Sorry. You need to tread carefully, enlist the aid of other runners, and master powerful forces of technology and magic in order to emerge from the shadows of Seattle unscathed. Let us begin. Your current global difficulty setting is Normal. Easy is for new players or players who are interested in seeing the story. Normal provides a balance. Hard is basically for Challenge 1. Returning from a second playthrough or looking for a more tactical challenge. You change your difficulty setting below or any time in the main menu. Let's go Normal. Select the weapon icon. Now we gotta make our character. Now we're gonna choose our race. Since the awakening of 2012, 5 races have come to be considered metahuman. The races that now make up the world are Dwarf, Elf, Human, Orc, and Troll. Humans were the only race on Earth until the awakening in 2012. Now they find themselves at the definition of average or even normal. They're still the most populous race in the world, and thus control many of the most powerful, moneyed, and important positions in society. All humans have +3 karma on the start, and here's the max stats. Pretty much average. Elves. Many people consider elves to be the most fortunate metahumans. They are more attractive and socially accepted than the other metahuman races. Elves are taller than humans, but have more slender build. Their hair is usually thicker, longer, and more luxurious than average, and their ears come to a point. Elves start with plus charisma, and their skills, they actually have 9 in body, strength, intelligence, and willpower, but quickness and charisma is quickness is 11, charisma is 12. Dwarf. Dwarves are the shortest of the metahuman races, although their torsos and shoulders are wider than their size would indicate. Thus, their strength is equal to and sometimes greater than the larger races. Dwarves have +1 to willpower, and they have 11 in body and willpower, 9 in quickness, charisma and intelligence, 12 strength. Orcs. Orcs are the fastest breeding race and are now second only to humans in world population. Their size tends to be an intimidating silhouette and a body that can take more physical damage than the average. Orcs have pointy ears and intimidating teeth with tusks. Orcs have +1 to body, and their body is max 14. Strength is 12, charisma, intelligence are 8, quickness and willpower are 9. Trolls. Trolls are the largest metahuman race. Heavy prejudice against them has led people to assume trolls have lowered intelligence, but in reality there is no proof of this. Trolls have pointed ears, intimidating teeth or tusks, and many have horn-like growths that other metahumans do not manifest. Trolls have +1 to body and strength. Their max is 17 body, 15 strength, 9 willpower, 8 quickness, 6 charisma, and intelligence. We're gonna go human. I know, boring. Now your archetypes. Archetypes are a quick way to create a character. They are pre-generated characters with attributes and skills tuned to a specific function. They're ready to select and play. You're not locked to this archetype and can grow your character however you wish. We have the Street Samurai. Street Samurais are freelance operators who follow a code of street honor. They've learned in the ways in the traditional samurai warrior and the practices of modern combat. Some sell their skills for profit, while others work to take out dishonorable scum that seem to breed in the urban sprawl. Their key attributes are body and strength or quickness. Their key skills are close or ranged combat, or both, throwing weapons and dodge. Mages specialize in casting spells, although that doesn't mean they can't use physical weapons as well. Their spells cover a wide range of magical effects, from offensive damage attacks to character augmentation and degradation spells to healing. Their key attribute is willpower, and their key skill is spellcasting. Deckers. These guys are basically the hackers. Deckers use a cyber deck to hack into the Matrix, the worldwide information grid and computer network. By projecting their mind into the electronic world, Deckers can find secret systems to fight off the protections that mega corporations place in their way. Key attribute is intelligence, and key skill is decking. Shamans believe their magic comes from a totem spirit that guides their life path. Their relationship allows them to summon spirits and command them to do their bidding. Shamans have the ability to conjure spells that mages can't. Their key attribute is charisma, key skill is spirit summoning, increasing this skill grants a shaman a totem benefit, and conjuring, and their key specialization is spirit control. Riggers use specialized cyber decks to control small robot-like vehicles called drones with their minds. They use this ability to provide surveillance, support, and extra firepower required. Key attribute is intelligence, drone control is their key skill, and specialization is drone combat. Physical adepts are magically active characters who focus their magic internally, seeking to reach their utmost potential physically, mentally, and spiritually. As adepts unlock their new abilities, they become honed physical machines, using their magic to enhance their close combat abilities. Key attributes is body, strength, and willpower. Key skill is key casting. I have an idea for the third character in this playthrough, being a physical adept in the next game, but I think I'll... Or if you feel comfortable with the way characters are built in Shadowrun, you can create your own character by mixing skills and attributes you wish. Let's actually make our own. That's more fun. Now for our guy. No. None of these look good. We'll keep this default. Hairstyle. You really can't see it. I'll go with... I'll go with this for now. Spend your karma. Karma represents the experience characters earn while running shadows and achieving goals. Karma is used to improve attributes and skills. An attribute or skill rating can be increased by spending karma equal to the next increment of that ranking. Thus, improving your body from 4 to 5 requires you to spend 5 karma. You have some karma available now to customize your character. And since we're going with our own, here are the skills. Body is a measure of your physical experience. Every point in body hit points increased by 10. Determines maximum cyberware affinity skill. Basically, cyberware is you can augment yourself with cybernetics, but it will eat at your soul. Quickness can calculate the chance to hit in ranged combat, reduces the chance to be hit by enemy attacks. Strength calculates the chance to hit melee or throwing weapons, increases damage value of melee attacks, also determines how far a grenade can be thrown. Intelligence is used in decking or rigging to calculate the chance to hit with computer programs, also used to reduce the chance of being hit by enemy programs. Wisdom is used to calculate chance to hit hermetic magic spells and key casting attacks, helps boost resistance against certain magical attacks, such as Manable. And Charisma, basically you can choose your etiquette. Let's go with Shadowrunner. Charisma is used to calculate the chance to control spirits, increases the chance to hit with offensive conjuring spells, unlocks etiquette to affect conversations. We're only going to be doing this to get up to 4. And let's go with... Let's go security. we can only get up to 8. But now let's pop in some body. Let's pop in some quickness. Pop into ranged combat. And let's pop in an additional weapon. Let's go with pistols are good, but let's pop in a shotgun just in case. Pop that in. Full auto. Ooh. We can only go up to 4 now. So let's pop in. There we go. We're kind of going with a bit of a Han Solo kind of type. So we got quickness 4, bodies 3, and we got charisma 4. So we're kind of going with the course. Gotta represent my guy. And you get a street name. Street names are basically names you basically go out when you're out on runs. Let's go with Valen. Down and out. Your apartment, 3 o'clock in the morning. It's got 4 walls, a roof, and it's on fire. Even the cockroaches have fled in search of better accommodations. Not exactly a runner's dream, Pat, but right now it's all about you have left. Running the shadows is all about feast or famine. One day you're Nova High, working jobs that allow you to eat at 5-star restaurants. The next, well, you're here. This one's a famine for the ages. Slag and Fixer hasn't called. The money's run out, and then some. Sinless and free to starve in the cracks of a society run by megacorps who just want your UN. Something needs to change. Soon. Your apartment. And you've got nowhere to go but down. Your apartment, 2054. This is basically just the, a slip of paper with your bank balance. Enough to cover you through the end of the week. Your notebook, calendar, contacts, that kind of thing. Fill your personal calendar. It's empty, nothing to do. Contacts. The list is sad, dried up. Carter, Detroit, Fixer. No response to messages. Dowd, Runner, dead. Felton Nash, Fixer. Missing since February. New Larry, Runner, dead. New Larry. Sam Watts, Runner. Unknown. Probably in a gutter somewhere. Sagoma, Runner, dead. Halfjack, Dealer, retired or dead. The list goes on. All either dead ends or just plain dead. Your computer, state-of-the-art into 2050. Broken since 2051. I apologize for my analog stick. It's just bugging again. Oh, right. Move around if you want, or snap back to the camera with the right analog stick, and options. Get a job. Any job. Answer your vid phone. Mission items. Here's basically your main menu. This is basically everything you got here. And if you're curious, here's the tutorial. Basics, HUD, combat as well, spellcasting, karma, cyberware. Cyberware is technology that can be installed to augment or enhance the body. This is done to upgrade attributes. Anything installed onto a character will cost essence points. If you want to upgrade your cyberware, you may do at any time when you are at a cyberware dealer. Once it's installed, it can't be removed, only upgraded. Now, essence and cost in cyberware. Each point taken away from your current essence increases spell cooldown by 1. Essence after operation. Your essence after installing cyberware. You will not be able to install any more cyberware if your essence up after the operation is at 1. You can't drop below 1 essence. And you can actually get cyberware affinity so you can be able to install weapons. And some other augments. Mage. This is basically just going over the tutorial about what every character does. Pause if you want to view this, okay? Decker. Adept. I have a character in mind for when we play Hong Kong. And I'm not just saying that because it's literally in Hong Kong. This just gives you tips. Street Samurai. Shaman. Street Samurai again. List of terms. Action pool. Black IC. A defensive program found in the Matrix. Capable of causing physical harm or damage. BTLs are better than life chips. A highly amplified form of Simsen. Illegal and highly addictive. Tumor. A familiar or friendly greeting, meaning friend or buddy. Crit stick. Small plastic cylinder that carries Nuin on it. It can also carry IDs. Cyberdex. Typically portable. It's a microcomputer used by Deckers. Cyberware. I already explained that. Drek. Dump shock. Fence. Frag. Curse word. Gutter punk. IC, short for ICE, is an acronym for Intrusion Countermeasures Electronics. Cipher software. Jax. Jack Point. Meat Space. Mr. Johnson. Oh, that's what it is. Nurse. Nguyen. Simpson. Sin. Trids. Trivid. This is just a glossary term. So if you're curious about any of that, just you know what to do. Your inventory. This is your inventory. You can trade with other people, with your crew, or stash it. Cyberware. There is some cyberware you can actually equip that would be really helpful. And lastly, your menu to either restart, load, save, that sort of thing. The screen leaps to life, making you squint against its brightness. The face on the screen is laughing. Sam Watts. Hey, buddy. Hope I didn't catch you at a bad time. He giggles. He's drunk again. The worst. Where you been? I haven't heard from you in months. Another giggle. Oh, don't bother with your side of the conversation. I'm not really here. Just one reason for this vid. Someone finally geeked me. I'm dead. I probably had it coming. When you're an unsavory character like myself, you tend to associate with other unsavory characters who often partake in unsavory business. Like you, for example. So why am I dead? Who knows? Probably my fault. I wonder where you are right now. I bet you hit a big payday and you're living high on the hog somewhere. Some of us are born winners and some of us are... me. Hey, you remember that Renraku raid when things went to hell and we lost Dowd? Or that makeshift saloon on the docks afterward? I really had your back that night, didn't I? Dowd. That's a name you haven't heard in a long time. Also, yes, there are dragons in this universe. Sangoma, 3 years ago. Makeshift bar on the Seattle docks. The night Dowd went down. New Larry? You've been running with New Larry for about 6 months now. He's a combat mage with a bad tattoo and a bad attitude. You knew Dowd almost as well as you did. Dowd. Never saw anybody die like that before. His head. I hate this fragging city, Valen. It's wet, and the rain feels like acid, and I want out of here. You're screaming about the rain. We lost a man tonight. Soka, sorry. I'm just really ready to go home. Bruin's way more my speed. I don't know, Valen. Sam's a good guy and can hold his own in a fight, but he's been hitting the bottle pretty good lately. Never on a run, so far. But he needs watching. Shakes his head. That run went sideways 9 ways to Sunday. and the fixer's late. Smells funny to you? Hell yeah, it smells funny. Look at where he set up the meeting. This was supposed to be a public place. Got the dreck, Sam. We both know my dad went down, and it wasn't the fixer or some other paranoid chip dream of yours. Sam smiles a toothy smile. I've been waiting for this all night. Knew Larry has something to say, don't you, Larry? Go ahead, spill it. You were sloppy. He laughs. Sloppy? You think I was sloppy? You've been twitchy all day, son. Look at your hands. They're shaking. That true, Sam? Miss a beat back there? No, Valon, I didn't miss a beat. I was on my game the time. Remember, I was on point. Knew Larry was supposed to go for Dowd. Something dawns on him. He leans into new Larry, amused and dangerous. We were set up. And he knows it, don't you, Larry? What was that call you made before we hit Raku? How come you couldn't geek that guy before you unloaded onto Dowd? I've seen you fling a lightning bolt, son. He should have been burnt toast before his gun cleared the holster. New Larry checks his watch, licks his lips, looks over your shoulder at the darkness. He's looking for someone, and it's not the fixer. Okay, I see where this is going. You chummers are damaged. I'm out. How much did they pay you to sell us out, Larry? He stops. A smile slowly appears on his face. Honestly, it didn't take much. Just enough to get me back to Portland and set up with a cush coat job. I'm out of this racket. We got incoming! New Larry relaxes and throws you a dreck-eating grin. Looks like my new Renraku friends are finally here. They're gonna take that hard drive off your corpse, buddy. We should choose our friends more carefully, Valon. Buy you a drink after this? You'll owe me several. Okay, first option. Kill New Larry. Then, kill Renraku. First rule of Shadowrunning. You never sell out your team. As you can see, this game's turn-based. Shit. Turn-based combat. You're now in turn-based combat mode. Each character in your team has an action pool. Spend these actions on movement, attack, or use spells and items. Once your team's turn is complete, the enemy turn will move and attack. A digital tutorial can be found in the guide, which can be accessed in the upper right corner of your PDA menu. I got it. If this is anything like XCOM, burst fire. Let's go. Yeah, there's a bit of a lag here. Sorry about that. Spray and pray. And lastly, Sagoma. Oh, she can actually summon. And let's pop one in here. If we had Overwatch, this would be easy for us. Think you can sell us out, Larry? No. Okay, Larry's dead. Now, look at the model of the gun here. You're gonna have to reload. It'll cost 1 AP, but it'll be useful later on. And that is called flanking. If you can get damage on while you're flanking, you're good. Now for Sagoma. Focus on that later. We're close. One more hit and... Ah, crap. We got incoming. I don't want to leave the little hovel here we got for ourselves. Alright. Let's take out this guy. Let's take out this guy here. First rule. Always be in cover. Shit. Oh man, we can do this. Oh crap. Okay. Slightly wounded. Sam, please tell me you got something here. Okay. There we go. Okay, let's see. There, throw them again. Right now, this is the closest we got to healing other than using med kits. And that is fire. Make sure that you got a decent way to heal yourself up. Okay, that's not a good idea. Here? It's decent, but... Oh, that was so close. I think she's almost dead. Alright, let me see if I can... As a shaman, you actually gain access to seeing ley lines. These things basically help out and increase your power when you're basically using spells and stuff. Take note. H. Okay, we gotta make sure we can at least easily be blocked. Okay, fine. We're gonna have to make sure we can actually be seen. That'll work. Oh crap. And as for you, I apologize if you guys can't see anything right now. Let me know if you can. I apologize if the internet just crapped out. Is it good? Hey D. Yeah, I can imagine. Let me know. Can you see anything on my end? I mean, is it still coming in right? Okay, Sam. Don't fail me now. Yeah, there's a bit of a lag when it comes like this. Okay, good. Sagoma lowers her gun. Eyes Sam. Okay? You okay, Sam? Sam's breathing is heavy and he looks shaken. That was a hell of a thing. You croak. What about you? I'll find a safe house out of town. Lay low. Renraku's got a long memory. I do too. I don't forget my friends. You stare at Sam's face with your comm link. Shake off the memory. Focus. I had your back that night, didn't I? Now I'm asking myself, who would care if I die? Who would give a rat's ass? Better or worse, your name is at the top of the list. Maybe it's the only name on the list. So, I set up a dead man switch to send you this call. I got 100,000 yuan insurance policy, payable when you find who creased me. Alive with a conviction or in a body bag with justification. Either works. Contact my law firm, Rogers, Mengert, and McCain, when the job's done. Don't know what to do. He turns to his left. Jet? The camera swivels to show a well-dressed man sitting next to Sam. Pursuant to Mr. Matt's wishes, Rogers, Mentor, and McCain has installed a secure dedicated phone line so you may contact us directly when the task is complete. We will then begin the verification process. Note that you must also be in a secure landline to access this number. We will not accept transmissions from comm links or other devices. The camera swims back to Sam. Sam straightens up, talks seriously. First time. Look, Valen. I've led a direct life and I probably left a direct corpse. I've hurt people. Hurt myself. I don't know, maybe I just want the last word. Maybe I just want someone to give a crap that I sucked air for a while. What do you say? I'd say my schedule's pretty clear right now. Hope you just said yes. I got a locator chip slotted in my head these days. If, when my heart stops, it'll activate. That's how you'll find me. See you on the slab. Rest in peace, Sam. See you in Seattle. The dead man switch. Your plane hits the sea-tack tarmac with a jolt. Welcome to Seattle. Chilly northwest rain obscures your vision as you step onto the tarmac. Before long, you're sitting in a cramped backseat of a cab, following the signal from Sam's locator chip to the heart of the Redmond Barrens. Organ grinders. A legal chop shop for body parts, whether from the living or the dead. If you're hurting bad enough for Nguyen, this is the place to sell a limb or an organ. It's also a good place to dispose of an inconvenient body while making a little cash on the side. This franchise is the closest thing that Barron's has to a morgue. Seems this is where Sam Watts' body has ended up. You open the door and are assaulted by the smell of death and bleach. So yeah, Shadowrun. Let me just switch back to normal. I'm in the back. Announced new Seattle Research Divisions. Sources say the smell of death and decomposition washes over you, only slightly masked by the minty fake fresh of industrial grade antiseptic. I hope this isn't too loud. Tristan. Hovering over the recently departed is a small dwarf listening to a tune. His broad grin says, I love my job a little more than you'd want or expect from someone in a chop shop trade. As you approach, he looks up with a lopsided grin. There's something kindly in his eyes, though it might just be a stray reflection of chrome and surgical tools. Sorry, I didn't expect any visitors at this hour. Some asshole at corporate took my receptionist. What can I do for you, sir? You the coroner? I'm John Tristan, the Organ Grinders branch manager here. So yeah, that makes me this franchise area's coroner, too. You are? Valen. I'm here about Sam Watts? His grin fades. What makes you think I know anything about that? Sam had a locator chip embedded in his skull. I followed it here. I see. Well, you're right about it. Well, you're right, he's here. Not too many people know about the murder yet, though. The press hasn't caught wind of it yet. What with it all being all the way out here in the Barrens. So who told you he was dead? Sam did. When his art stopped, 100,000 knew you when it was wired to a secure account in my name. I'll find the killer, I get paid. The dwarf raises his eyebrows, a smile wiping the suspicion from his face. A dead man switch, eh? Fascinating. I was working on him earlier. He's over there. Hello, Laggy. So this is Sam. He's my second Emerald City Ripper victim. The third one was downtown. Emerald City Ripper? He sighs. Not my title. That's what the Seattle press insists on calling the killer. All I know is the original Jack is that like the original Jack, a Ripper knows how to handle a scalpel. But this one's even more twisted. He or she always removes an internal organ from the victim. Yeesh. What prize did the Ripper take from Sam? Watts' liver was cleanly cut out. How about the other lucky contestants? The first victim's heart was missing, and the third had the spleen removed. Tristan, get out of here! Ugh. Sam's body is... I'm hearing about the new Ripper Vic, Sam Watts. Sam's body is half covered by a sterile surgical sheet. His face is ashen white, for the first time without a smirk on it. Below the chest was a small, pencil-thin incision covered in dry blood. Beyond that, the corpse is immaculate. It seemed the killer knew exactly what they wanted from him, and took it. Next to Sam are several plastic envelopes containing the evidence found on his body. You can't examine the evidence through the bag without spoiling it. Let's look at the card. Moving things around, you make out that it's a card from a place called the Seamstresses Union. There's something handwritten on the back, but the blood made it illegible. Credit stick. It's a standard cheap unsecured credit stick. No way of knowing what's on it without slotting it. Well, he ain't gonna need it. You slot the credit stick into your PDA. 300 UN is added to your account. Sweet. Don't worry, Sam. This is gonna go to finding your murderer. Now let's look at the shirt. It's Sam's shirt. Several of the buttons are missing, and the blood has thoroughly soaked it. The bag sloshes a bit in your hand. Ew. Look at the note. You can only see part of the note, given the torn off bits and bloodstains. Sam, I feel terrible that we have been long to say I'm sorry. See you there. Love, Jessica. Jessica? Sister, maybe? And let's take it. Always keep access to medkits. Towering over the diminutive coroner is a homicide detective right out of the central casing. If you ignore the tusks, pointed ears, and Neanderthal brow, you can smell his cheap aftershave from a mile away. So this is the new Ripper Vic, Watts. Name's familiar. Didn't his mother kill herself a while back? The coroner frowns. So you insisted at the time? He chortles. Come on, she offed herself. I had it on very good authority. Now let's go, Tristan. Give me something to work with here. This Ripper case is my ticket to a lieutenant's badge. I've already posted everything I know. The killer stuns the target with a combination of drugs and magic and removes a single internal organ while they're still alive. The perpetrator is most likely red-handed with a slim hand that knows its way around a scalpel. Has a decent understanding of human and metahuman anatomy too. So, I'm looking at for a whacked-out surgeon? Not necessarily. I don't know any surgeons who still use scalpels anymore. These days it's all done with computer-controlled lasers. Could be anyone from a military-fed surgeon to an antique medicine aficionado. You're no damn help, Dwarf. The Lone Star Detective finally notices you. You know his superhuman powers of observation. Who the hell are you? Are you the detective on the case? I was hired by Sam Watts to assist you in finding his killer. Let's be professional. The dreck you were! You get anywhere near my investigation and it will be you on the slab, human. He looks back at the dwarf. Dresden, give me more. I'm putting someone in this cell or a box this week and claiming my promotion. He seems like a cheerful guy. Dresden looks amused. Do you always make friends that easily? I'm great at dinner parties too. He cocks his head to one side. Be straight with me. You're really gonna work for the dead man? Sam was there when I needed him. I gotta return the favor. Fascinating again. Detective McCluskey isn't interested in anything but Detective McCluskey. He'd convict his own mother if it meant another 10 UN a week in his paycheck. Plus his own take. Dresden pauses, considering. You have honor after a fashion. I try to honor the dead in my work, so we have that in common. What else can I do? What can I do to help? On the take. Who's paying to hold his leash? Actually, let me check that comment. Yeah, I wanted to at least try doing it like the old, full screen, but I feel like when I have comments. Yeah, McCluskey is a jerk. If I can get him out of the picture, I'd be glad to do it. Maybe take his spot. On the take, who's paying to hold his leash? I don't know, but someone with some major pull has been looking out for McCluskey's career. And his wallet. What was that about? What was that McCluskey said about Sam's mother? The official report said she committed suicide about a year ago. Sounds like you disagree with the findings. My name's on the report, but my actual findings left some doubts. I can't say that it wasn't suicide, but there were unusual bruises on her upper arms, and she didn't use her dominant hand to pull the trigger. I was told to drop it, so I dropped it. What are organs worth these days? A whole healthy body can be worth a bunch of neon, but individual organs, not worth as much anymore. Well, with all the synth and cyber stuff on the market these days. Organ Grinders only deals with the recently deceased. There's plenty of other chop shops that aren't as picky, though. And they don't care where the bodies come from either. Who still uses scalpels? Doctors still learn how to use them in their first year of medical school, as do coroners, but neither profession uses them as much anymore. It's possible some of the slimier chop shops still use scalpels, I suppose, but I want to know where to look. Have you heard of the Seamstresses Union? It's a nearby club in the Barrens that attracts lowlifes. You'd probably like it. Me? I'm not really the going out type. Always too much to be done around here. Plus, the editress is easier to get along with. I just need to know one more thing. Where was he killed? Sam, I mean. Dresden looks at you intently for a moment before speaking. Oh, we got 2 karma. You know, I might be able to do you one better. Why don't you poke around these body lockers in the back and see if you can find anything useful? Okay then. I'll go do that. Okay. We just got access to karma. We can spend that karma now. Let me see, what can we do? Well, we can't really do much. Well, we got a pistol. Let me see. No. Ghost combat, throwing weapons, biotech. Nah. Willpower? Nah. Charisma? No, I mean, we can usually have charisma just for conjuring stuff. Let me see. You know what, let's get a pistol upgrade. Critical damage percentage is visible. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Take. Yeah, the dog wagon trauma kits are useful. They can actually help you out when you're down and you need a heal. The cold storage is labeled John Doe, but the internal thermostat set to 21 degrees Celsius. Can someone please just say things in Fahrenheit? The cold storage drawer opens to reveal the fully clothed body of a man, arms folded across his chest. In addition to sporting some of the brightest orange hair you've ever seen, the body seems to be in very good condition. Whoa! Easy there. In one quick move, he jumps down from the drawer and stands before you. For someone who just woke up in a morgue locker, he seems unfazed and pretty well put together. You spot a data jack drilled into his temples and some shamanistic tattoos peeking above his collar. Interesting combination. That's the thing. Decker and shamanism don't really mix, but... Meet Jake Armitage, the main character of the SNES Shadowrun. I told John to wake me up at 6 in the morning. Is it 6 yet? Does it feel like 6 yet? You were just living in a freezer. A freezer for dead people. Don't tell me you haven't considered it. Cheaper than a coffin hotel, and the service is just as good. He chuckles. Well, so much for a good night's sleep. On the plus side, I notice you haven't killed me yet, so that's good. If you aren't after me, then what's your story? I'm looking for the death of Sam Watts. The coroner seems to think you can help me out. Sam, eh? Glad somebody cares. We used to drink together every now and then over at the Union. Decent enough guy. Always in trouble over something or other, though. Jake yells toward the other side of the room. John! Is this guy cool? Yeah, he's on the level. Working for Sam, believe it or not. Some sort of dead man switch. I thought you could help him out. Maybe even stop moping around the shop all day. Thanks for volunteering me. He pauses. Might be sizing you up, but it's hard to tell behind those shades. Alright then, name's Jake, and you are? Call me Valen. Nice to meet you, Val. Nice to meet you. Well, sounds like you're taking a dive into the deep end here. John's right. I might be able to help you out. I was with Sam the other night, the night of the murder. Poor guy. He was hanging at the Seamstresses Union that night, tripped out and rowdy. I've been laying low there for a few days after a bad run. Miss Kubota asked me to throw Sam out, so I did. And in the alley, some gangers got the jump on me. He winces. Damn. Maybe I need some soy cap after all. John, could you grab me a cup? Get your own damn cup. My hands are dirty anyway. Now, what's wrong with this intestine? You hear a loud squelching sound as Dresden continues his work. Thanks, John. You're a real pal. Anyway, there's a big fat corp bounty on my head. Like I said, my last job didn't exactly go according to plan. Out in the alley, a few Halloweeners got the jump on us. Damn gangers thought they could turn a quick profit on my head. Jake smiles, and you get the impression that it didn't work out so well for the gangers. Sam stumbled off into the night during the fight, though, and that's the last I saw him. Until he turned up here, dead on arrival. Reminds me of my last day in this place. You've done this before? It's a long story. I end up at the morgue more often than the average guy. Yeah, Jake here's a regular. Should have started a rewards card. Jake, a few more visits and you get a free night stay. Jake laughs. I'll hold you to that, John. Anyway, they found Sam's body less than a block away from the Union, missing the liver and all. Tell you what, you look like you can handle yourself in a fight. I could use some backup to settle the score with those Halloweeners out there. The leader's got the whole gang searching the barrens for me. I need to get rid of that asshole. In return, I'll take you to the place Sam was murdered. It's not safe to hit the streets alone at night, trust me. Jake eyes you up and down. And then maybe I'll throw in some decent supplies while we're at it. What you say? I do like a bit of street justice every now and then. Alright, Jake, count me in. Great. I've been hanging out here ever since I've run in with those Halloweeners. Whiny bunch of gangsters. But this stretch of the Barrens is their turf. Hell, I'm surprised you even made it to the morgue in one piece without packing some heat. He yells over his shoulder. Very funny, Jake. You can sleep in the dumpster tomorrow. So you need a weapon? I like to keep my distance. You got a rifle? Most common assault rifle in the world. You don't like library windows, do you? Never mind. Here's a rifle you can borrow. So, ready for an evening out in the town? Before we do, can you tell me about these gangsters? Well, one of the nastier gangs in town. The symbol is a flaming jack-o'-lantern, but you wouldn't like their version of trick-or-treating very much. Around here, they're led by a troll named John Paul. He's got all the Halloweeners in the Barrens looking for me. We take him out, maybe I can breathe a bit easier. I'm ready. I'll follow your lead. The Halloweeners aren't looking for you. Yet. You can leave whenever you're ready. Yeah, sometimes you might as well go a little bit... Damn. Much better. Sounds like I would get rid of that little thing there. Let's get the hell out of here. Let's go out to the Barrens first. The Redmond Barrens. Run into Seattle Sprawl and sooner or later you'll find yourself in the Redmond Barrens. Doesn't matter your business. The Barrens doesn't like you. Take 1 part radioactive wasteland, 3 parts dog-eat-dog slum, add a dash of tourist trap, and you got a recipe for mean as hell. I don't have a class I'm going with. I've just made my own. Mostly quick body and charisma. You leave the sanitized death and formaldehyde of organ grinders behind, entering the anarchy and desperation of the streets. Jake stops a moment to breathe deeply, filling his lungs with a motorcycle exhaust, radioactive dust, cordite, and who knows what else. He exhales with an expression of wire contentment. The stench and grime tells him he's home. My stash is just around the corner, in the alley. And here we are, the Barrens. Does the bus stop here? Oh, buddy, you are fucked. Looking for a date, honey? No. Oh, boy. Oh, there's the stash, but let's see a bit more about this place. Sarah. Your clothes may be dirty, but this woman is far from downtrodden. Hey, not that it's my business, but I wouldn't go that way. Why? What's going on? Just some Halloweeners stirring up trouble again. He points to the cell. Okay. They rode in this morning on those fancy bikes, set up camp in the old street market. They've been marching up and down the street all day, shaking down anyone that wanders past. Typical. Well, odds are those are the guys we're after. Anything I should know? Well, their leader's a big old troll named John Paul. Real piece of work, even for a wiener. Yep, that's him. Jake checks his pistol. Sounds like a friendly bunch. Gonna be safe? She laughs. You think I'm dumb enough to get caught out in the open by one of those assholes? Nah, I know these streets like the back of my hand. Worry about your own skin. You're gonna be in for a rude surprise. You might want to clear out before the shooting starts. She looks over to you, then nods. Don't need to worry about me. I know how to lay low. They're a tough bunch, though. Don't say I didn't warn you. Let's grab Jake's stash. Yeah, let me show you my character. This is my character. I'm sort of going with the Han Solo kind of build. Hidden in the garbage-strewn alley is a high-tech safe with a MAC card reader on the front. Open the safe with Jake's MAC card. With a smooth hiss, the safe opens to reveal a collection of gear that is a perfect match for your skills. You take the gear. Ah, shit. Hand over the loot, bozos! Oh, crap. Alright. Now we can at least see what Jake can do. And with that... So, welcome to the Barrens. Guess I'm gonna find a new spot to hide my gear. Good dead drops are so hard to keep. He chuckles. Well, at least they were too dumb to break my mag lock. Now you got some gear, let's go deal with the Halloweeners. Now, about the gear. Let's give Jake a bit of health here. Actually, no. No, we'll keep the frag. Now, if you're curious a bit more about Jake, here's actually what he has. He's got access to heal, flamethrower, and aim. You trade a bit more. But weirdly enough, he doesn't have anything for cyberdex, which I find weird. Commerce is like a weed, taking root in cracks and crevices of the world whenever it can. A small street market has flourished here, amidst the crumbling buildings of the remnant barons. Look, mate, just pay up. But we barely have anything left. Not my problem. Pay up by morning or else. The dog attempts to use his bulk and hideous breath to intimidate the shopkeeper. The old woman is holding firm, but you can see the thug's patience is fading fast, and he looks like he's about to start breaking things. Eh? Who the hell are you? Hey, you heard the lady. Back off. You think you're tough? I own this block. Back off before your blood ends up all over my nice sidewalk. I'm really sick of gutter punks like you. I knew you were just looking to cause static. Dash, ice this guy. Fracking dead. sorry, but you're gonna be dead in the next 3 seconds. Boom. There we go. Miss James. I cannot thank you enough. I hate to see such bloodshed, but those men would not take no for an answer. We simply want to make our way in the world. Shopkeeper holds out a funeral. Please. It's the least we can do. Nah, you guys keep it. Gotta support your local markets. Now, let's see, do we have any karma? 1 bit of karma. Oh! You can actually see Jake's stats. Pretty decent all honesty. But despite the fact that he's a decker, but he's also supposed to be a shaman. Apparently, from what I've looked up, it looks like his shaman kind of ditched him. Well, his spirit animal. Hey, ass wipes, take another step forward, and we're gonna plant you right here. This is Halloweener property now. This is one of the 2 that got away. If I hadn't missed my shot, these idiots would have been given up and moved on by now. Wait a minute. You're rolling with Jake? Bad idea, chummer. The Halloweeners are collecting that bounty, and killing you? Well, that'd be a nice bonus. Fuck. Now let's not waste any time. Let's ice these guys. Take out the mages first, trust me. Right, let me just move you, Jake, up here. Adios! There's a bit of lag whenever I do actions. That's just normal, honestly. Don't worry about it. You're dead, Jake! Dead! This ends now, asshole. John Paul. A little bit of health. Oh shit. You see the little icon above your character? That's actually, sometimes you get a bit of lag. It's not too distracting. I know. Whoa, Uncle. I was just playing with you. I'll call the rest of the Halloweeners, Jake. Call it even, yeah? What do you think? He smirks. Hey, I'm already at shoot on sight stats with these guys. Killing John Paul means one less wiener to shoot me in the back while I'm buying smokes. Yeah, they'll be doing the same to you as soon as there's a profit to it. Yeah, but I wanted to tell his friends what happened here. How naive. Oh well, maybe it'll be worth it to see him running off with his tail between his legs. I know I should have sniped this guy, but I'm not. But I'm feeling merciful tonight. Don't hurt me. Relax, I'm not hurting you. Here it is. The murder scene. At least I think it is. Is it? Oh right, that little icon right there for your PDA. It actually shows you a little bar where you can see where you have to go. Just need to fix. The Seamstresses Union. This is the best place to party. Dan the Donut Man. The smell of fried food, powdered sugar, and slightly burnt soy calf is almost enough to overpower the dusty sewage stench of Raymond streets. Troll working the sand is covered in food stains older than he is.
What can I get you, chummer?
Did you see the murder in the alley just across the way?
Nope. I was close when it happened. But hey, it's the Barrens. Back alley killing's nothing new around here. The only reason the cops are making a big deal about this Ripper business is some of the victims are real people. You know, folks with sins.
What can you tell me about the Barrens?
The Barrens? Hell, if you have to ask, you probably shouldn't be out here. This stretch we're on is called Touristville, though. And I suppose it's the closest thing around here to respectable. If you're mugging, you might even survive drinking the water if you're lucky. Wouldn't ever get into though. He scratches his armpit. Now behind me, that's the Seamstresses Union. You want drinks, drugs, favors, or information around here? The Union's your spot. Hell, that place is the reason I'm in business. Folks get the munchies when they visit. Miss Kubota owns the joint, and she's quality. A hard woman, but fair.
I'll take a jelly donut and a soy cap.
Enjoy.
Mission item: soy cap and donut. Should be right around. As you approach the scene of Sam's murder, Jake spies the flashing red and blue lights up ahead. Whoa, hold on a minute. Lone Star isn't about collecting a corp-issued bounty, and the one on my head isn't gonna going away anytime soon. He sighs. Sorry, friend. I think this is where our paths diverge. Thanks again for help with the Halloweeners. Here's your payment. They don't take you in where I'm going, and you look like you used the funds. Likewise, Jake. Give me a call when you're clear. Yeah, sure. He starts to leave, then tilts his head back. Hey, one more thing. When you're done checking out your pal's crime scene, pop to the Seamstresses Union. It's just down the street. You need gear, information, or just damn stiff drink. That's the place you want to be. Best dive in this side of Chicago. I used that place as a base of operations for years back in the day. Make the right friends there, and I'm sure you'll get to the bottom of this river business. Well, that's knowing ya. Jake turns and disappears into the shadowy depths of the Redmond Barrens. And Rocky just barged into my room. Again. William? The bright yellow police tape cuts through the darkness, directing your eyes to the white chalk outline and a dark red stain marking the slab of pavement where Sam Watts died. Standing at the entrance of the alley is a Lone Star officer. The cop looks cold, hungry, and irritated at the homeless man who's currently pestering him. I keep telling you, I need to get my stuff from the alley or I'm gonna die on the cold tonight. The officer sighs. And I've been trying to explain to you that this is an official Lone Star investigation and I can't let anyone in here. Hey, I got rights. Look, you sinless garbage. I've got a job to do. Find a new blanket or I'll find a reason to use my stun baton. Typical. I hate all you pigs. He looks in your direction. Now what? The coroner Dresden sent me over? Doesn't mean jack to me, unless someone radios me with an update. My orders are that nobody gets in. Yo, Will. The streets have not been kind to this man, but they've also hardened him. This man is clearly a survivor, though one wrestling with the onset of aging arthritis. You, I saw you over there with that rat bastard cop. What do you want? Know anything about the murder? He squints. You a copper? Or working? For some cop? Nope. I'm sinless as you. Mind answering? Hey, what makes you think I'm sinless? Ha! Just messing with you. Of course I'm sinless. System ID number my ass. What kind of questions you got? You seen the murder? Nope. And I can't say I'm sorry I missed it. I was hauling crates for Miss James up at the market. Can't carry as much as I used to, so it took a while. Got back here in time to see a couple of tourists puking all over my home turf. By then, that jerkface in the uniform already set up shop in my alley. So sounds like you live in this alley? Sure. For the last couple of months I've been sleeping there. But I spent my days out doing odd jobs for the street merchants or panhandling tourists out near Seamstresses Union. What else you see? Well, you know, earlier in the night, I saw a big and ugly troll in green hospital scrubs snooping around the block. He brought some donuts and 2 cups of soy cap off a Dan over there. He seemed nervous. He did everything with his left hand because his right was all screwed up with some cyberware. Can you tell me any more about the troll cyberware?
Well, it was big, and I think it has some hospital attachments because I saw some needles. It was a lot like the ones I saw back in 44 when I got captured by elves. They did all sorts of experiments on me, let me tell you. Never trusted one of them cyber people. That's all I need to know. See ya. Officer Cooper.
Etiquette security.
What, they didn't radio you? Damn, operator's asleep again.
I heard I took over your shift. You can head back to base.
Yeah? Where's your uniform?
Come on. Clearly I'm not with the Star. Private security contractor, temporary assignment.
Sound like your boss has short a few guys this week.
Yeah. You've been spread pretty thin lately. Anyway, about fragging time someone showed up. Thanks for the relief.
Hey there, Yugen.
Oh, I couldn't give him the food? Should have given him the food. This work light is new. We see that all the alley's normal lights have been ruined. On closer inspection, it seems they've all been imploded. Since someone foreshadowed them. Foreshadowed them all at the same time. Amid the shards of glass from the broken lights, you find a small piece of glass which looks like the bottom of a test tube. Can I? Yes! This looks like the coat and blanket that the old man was trying to get. Examine the area. As you shuffle the bundle of cloth to the side, a printed receipt falls out from beneath the fold of the blanket. It's a bar tab receipt from the Seamstresses Union, dated 2 days ago at 3:02 a.m. Right around the coroner's reported time of death. The customer is Sam Watts. The server's name is listed as Coyote. Let's pick up the coat and blankets for this guy. And there are 2 distinct sets of footprints. A human's ending at the chalk outline, and a larger set, possibly Orca Troll, following just behind him. Hey there, Yugen. I think this coat and these blankets belong to you.
My stuff! Mighty decent of you.
Don't see that kind of thing too often out here. I should have given him the food. I don't know if he'd like it, but... Bobby. Hey, chummer. Got some tasty morsels for you. Just what every well-dressed Shadowrunner should have in his back pocket. Let's see. Kamikaze and Nitro. Useful. But you're about to leave the Barrens and enter the Seamstresses Union. Yep. Let's go in. We should have given that sword calf to him. At least make up that old man's day. When combat ends, each character's most recent wound is automatically healed. The Seamstresses Union. Relative to the rest of the Barrens, Touristville is a neon cloth oasis. At its heart is the Seamstresses Union. Housed in an old brownstone building in the corner of illegal and opportunity, bums huddled together, gangsters strut the streets, and the occasional salaryman comes slumming. The Union building has been retrofitted, rebuilt, and restored so many times that it's like an aging starlet wearing too much makeup in an attempt to stay young. The wild ivy growing out of the gutters adds to this effect. As you enter, the murmur of hushed conversation washes over you. The dive bar denizens raise their heads, take your measure, and then get back to the business. This is the kind of place where everybody knows your name but keeps it to themselves. And with that, I'm going to call it here for this first episode. So far, we've met to the Seamstresses Union, and now we're going to ask around about Coyote. And I think that she might be around here, Coyote might be around here somewhere. But I'll save that for next time. Until then, this is Dragon King Mark, and next time on Let's Play Shadowrun Returns, that's what we're going to do. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe. See you guys, hit that bell icon to be notified, and I'll see all of you next time. Laters.